So, people use the traditional 4% rule, like taking money out of a diversified portfolio. They can pay out huge payout rates that you can't get from bonds or C.
Well, and then you won't run out of the money. And so we've seen 6 and 7% payout rates compared to that 4%, and the 6 and 7 are 100% guaranteed to always be there.
Yeah, and people who are in their 70s and 80s can get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%.
Take his 401k out because he wanted to roll it over to another company, and he didn't do it in the right amount of time and suffered one of the big things we discuss in this book, which is a big old penalty.
Bruce brought that up to us during a radio show. He said, I have a friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a friend.
You hope it's a friend, right?
And he told us what happened, but he told us way later than he should have. I mean, his friend should have told us before he did it. We could have given some free advice here of things not to do. He did exactly what he shouldn't have done, but he didn't know any better.
There you go.
And that happens a lot of times. You have 60 days when you take money out of an IRA to put it back into a different IRA or put it back into that same IRA. But he took that money home and didn't put it anywhere for like 90 days. And
to get that aligned with your goals and your plan in retirement, the time to act is now. We're going to make this opportunity available at the end of every video, but call in, set up that discussion with one of his fiduciary planners so that you can be on the right track for this really beautiful time of life.
Let me give you a life hack here. Download the audio at CoachPete.com. Look for the Tax Savvy Retirement audio.
Yeah.
Play it while you're looking through the book.
That's good, yeah.
It really helps you remember things more when you have somebody reading it to you, but you see that we've got a lot of diagrams in the book too, and so it helps you understand a lot better. And you can take notes in the book with a pen. Make notes in the book. This is your book, folks. You don't have to, remember we weren't allowed to write in our books back in the day. You get in trouble with your parents. You can write in this book, it's your book. It should be a reference book, not a book that just sits on the bookshelf. So have fun, and look forward to seeing you every single week with a different chapter summary as we go forward.
Love it.
This big game, every move counts. Plan wisely to win the match. Sidestep the unexpected and charge towards your goal. Navigate through the challenges. Retirement is your end zone, and the touchdown is within reach. A successful retirement is your championship. Let Coach Pete design your customized income game plan today.
Not all cryptocurrency is like a meme coin. There are some functional coins, like we said, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Solana, XRP, which is Ripple, Nano. These are transactional coins. These help you move assets from you to somebody else in exchange for something.
There you go.
And so you really have a value. They have a value just like our US dollar does. And so it's acceptable currency. Whereas, what are you going to buy with fart coins?
Right. It's tradable.
Or the Hot Tua coin, or the Trump coin. And
there's all the different
they do a
ones,
name and then they pump it up. It is like the penny stocks.
It is.
With no value. It's sort of like that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. They were selling junk. That's junk too.
I want to start with REITs because there may be a lot of people out there who don't even know what a REIT is. So a real estate investment trust.
It's a group of investors get together with a manager who can't buy a skyscraper individually, but they pool investors' money together and buy big things like that, shopping centers. So that's what they use to show you how great it is in these very glossy brochures, and they do dinner seminars too for non-traded REITs. So let's do a non-traded REIT first. A non-traded REIT is it's not listed on the stock exchange yet, so it's not traded. So you put money in, the only way you can get it out, the money out, is if that becomes a tradable REIT. Now, they sell it on income. They say, hey, we're going to get income as long as we have 90 or 95% occupancy of our shopping center, everything's going to be fine, or you're going to get a great return. What's happened the last few years? Do people go into work a lot? How many of them are sitting with maybe 50% occupancy? Now it's not making enough money to even pay the bills. The building, like the non-traded REIT people are on the hook for the big mortgage payment for these big skyscrapers. So then what happens is they are forced into bankruptcy, these non-traded REITs. Now, I want to get to that. Let's put a pause button here. Let me tell you what a traded REIT is. You can look up traded REITs on the internet, and these are basically symbols that you see in the stock market. You could buy it today and sell it tomorrow afternoon, or you could buy it at 10 and sell it at 10:05. Some pay a dividend. I like dividend stocks. That means you're getting paid to take a risk. And yes, it's risky because at any time you buy a stock, it could go down, right?
Yeah.
That's a traded REIT. Now, the non-traded REITs, you're at the mercy of the company behind it. And here's some breaking news. As of February 3rd, 2026, and here's one of the companies that's been peddled like crazy around this area, Inspired Healthcare Capital has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. This follows a period of significant instability starting in July 2025, which includes suspension of distributions. All investors' distributions and new offerings were halted in 2025 of July. So if you had a broker pushing it to you and they sold it to you after July, there's some really bad stuff going there. But SEC investigation right now is underway, and legal action, numerous lawsuits and FINRA arbitration claims have been filed by investors alleging misrepresentation, unsuitability, and breach of fiduciary duty due to the high fee structure and then the loss of principal that happened after that. So these were sold, Thomas, the people that I've talked to that got led down this path, they were sold as a safe investment. There's nothing safe about a non-traded REIT. We're not going to spend the whole show going through this, but if you have a non-traded REIT and you want to have somebody, in addition to the broker who sold it to you, tell you about it, give us a call, because the broker who sold it to you is going to tell you all good things, and don't worry, because they're worried about being sued right now. One of the things they're using to sell these a lot of times is they're selling long-term care facility non-traded REITs, and they're trying to say, well, look, everyone's going to the nursing home, but a lot of these, after they get the money, they still don't build the facility. Let's say you had $1.5 million, okay, and they recommended you put $1.2 million in a basket of let's say 4 or 5 non-traded REITs. And they sold it to you where you're going to have all the income you ever need from these non-traded REITs because they're going to pay you blank, blank, blank. And you get in there, and a year and a half later, after you've been getting a little bit of payments, the payments stop. And not only did the payments stop, you can't get your principal back. They don't cover this when they're selling it to you. And I've always said, if an investment has to be sold to you, you don't need it. You should want something. Like when we meet with folks, they want lifetime income they can never outlive. They want insured guarantees. That's why we offer those. Let's say that when you put in $1.2 million, so when you get your statements, he puts them in 4 or 5 different REITs. So you have to add the numbers up to your initial statement showing what you put in. And it comes back at $1,050,000. Wait, you put $1,200,000 in. Now your balance shows $1,050,000. You've lost $150,000 just by putting the money in because guess what? Somebody reached in and took a bunch of commission out. Don't make that mistake. Stay away from non-traded REITs. It really, I'm going to use a word, it pisses me off that somebody's out there doing this, Thomas, because, I mean, I picture what if your mom, what if that happened to your mom? What would you do? You'd want to find somebody. You'd want that
I'd be
explained.
furious.
And you can't claim ignorance as the person selling it because if you don't know what you're selling, you shouldn't be selling it to begin with, period.
I agree.
Same thing with managed money. A lot of these managed money guys are selling mutual funds inside their managed wrapper. So they're charging you a management fee, and then the mutual fund company also charges you a management fee. Wouldn't you want to insure your income and not give it to these guys peddling these non-traded REITs? The only retirement you're insuring is your brokers when you give them that money because they're taking money right out of your money. I am really adamant and really ticked off about what I've seen this week. And this gals who are doing it, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves, and they should get back onto the insured money methods and not offering these junk products they're selling to people that are unsuspecting. And they get them with a little folksy attitude when they go in, and then they get screwed into the investments like this. So be very careful, folks. There's a lot of games and gimmicks out here, and it's all designed for the broker to make money instead of you. And I always say, whose retirement are you funding? Yours or your broker's? I can 100% confidently say we've helped every single person that I've ever met with in my life because we put them in lifetime income strategies. I am a retirement income certified professional. If you want a review of your portfolio, the best time to find out if you're in the wrong places right now, give me a call. For the next 10 of you, we'll sit down with you and go through Coach Pete's Power Plan, which talks about insured lifetime income and no games and gimmicks. And we are a fiduciary team because we stand behind everything we do, and we treat you just like we treat our own parents.
right, you pretty much have a book for everything. So how do we find your books? Where do we find them at? Where can I get a copy of all of them?
Yeah, the beautiful thing is you can go to Amazon and pay for them, or you can go to CoachPete.com, and all our books, or most all my books, are there as a PDF, so you can download them. And then we have a video series that goes along with the books that I feel the important books we have that will go through each chapter and tell you why it's important to read them and what you're going to learn there. Sort of like a cliff note, a video cliff note version, Amanda, on the video series. So once you get the book, we're going to start sending you a new video every week on each chapter, chapter 1, 2, 3, and up to whenever it's done. And then we have a summary of the whole book. So this is a good way. That way the book just doesn't sit on the shelf. It gets put to use. And most of my books are great reference manuals, so you can do it yourself for your own retirement plan, or I can help you guide you the rest of the way.
How do you determine the topics that are going to be included in your financial books? Because you have, financial termites, you've got tax-savvy retirement. How many books do we have?
Well, I've got 20 books now. And so
The big book of
the
retirement.
big book on retirement, that's the biggest book. No, it's not. The Through the Years book is the biggest book. So we went from 1909 all the way to 2024 and told you relevant facts and the same facts like inflation, what the stock market was, what a car costs for each year. So it's
Wow.
fun to go back. I used to get these birthday cards that said, you were born in 1966. Here's what a loaf of bread costs. Here's what milk costs. Here's a famous car, the famous actors.
Yeah.
We do the same thing with the Through the Years book.
1985.
Okay.
And we've got cost of living, and I'm looking at 56 cents for bread, milk $2.26 a gallon, gold $327 an ounce.
Wow.
What is it now?
Over 5,000.
Oh,
right around there. It's crazy,
Gosh.
isn't it?
Mortgage was 12% interest.
Well, yeah, those are hard. That's a big one there. But houses were a lot lower in price.
That's nuts. I'm looking at this gold number, and I'm wishing I
Yeah.
would have invested in that.
Yeah, I wish you could, but you know it bounces around, and it's good to have a little bit of gold at all times. It's good to have a good portfolio, a proper balance, and have that total retirement plan. The reason I write books is that people ask me questions, and I said, well, a lot of people ask the same question. It's time to write a book.
Okay.
So my big book on retirement shows you how to have lifetime income you can never outlive, and design the right plan for the whole life for you and your spouse. So the next 10 people call, we'll put together for you your very own total retirement plan, and you'll get my book, the big book on retirement, when you come in.
And welcome back into our series on the Tax Savvy Retirement book by Coach Pete D'Arruda. I'm going to say one of your latest books at this point, because I'm sure by the time somebody might watch this, you could have another one out.
19 books now.
19.
So we've got to get a 20 out there, right?
We
Gotta
have
stop
to.
at 20 at
We
least.
have
or,
to.
maybe it'll be 30 by the time I get done. But
Yeah.
I keep saying it, this is going to be my last book. And then I say, well, there's so much other information that people need, especially when it relates to taxes and retirement, and how to minimize taxes, how to understand taxes, and how to put taxes on your side instead of against you.
And that's what this chapter is all about, understanding the tax landscape in retirement. So let's take a deeper dive into this. What is kind of the point of this chapter, understanding the tax landscape, and what are some key takeaways that you think people should focus on?
When you think careful, most planners can help you get from one IRA to another without any penalties or proof on your behalf that you really did it, because it's all electronic. From one financial institution to another, it's already done, so you don't have to worry about the IRS getting mad at you.
Yeah.
So that's really one of the keys that we go forward to. We talk about in the book a lot, is keeping the IRS on your side, not against you.
I like that.
Using the rules in your favor.
That's good. You know, something else that is discussed here is the Secure Act, and I'm sure a lot of people may have heard this in the news. They weren't really sure. Maybe you know a couple of things of how it could affect you, but the Secure Act, this was a pretty big change for the retirement landscape.
One of the big things here is there used to be something we would recommend called a stretch IRA.
Yes.
Yeah, and they took it away in the Secure Act.
They did.
Stretch IRA said, hey, I've got an IRA here, a big amount, let's say, and I'm going to pass away, and I know I'm not going to use all that money, so let me leave that money to my, let's say, my granddaughter, who would be 10, maybe we'll say she's 10 years old when I die at 80, right?
Right, yeah.
And so she inherits my IRA, and now she doesn't have to pay tax on that. She inherits it, and then she has to take out just a small amount of money each year in that IRA, and it continues to grow
Yeah.
for her lifetime. They took that away in the Secure Act. You can only do that for 10 years now. So when you die, your granddaughter can only get 10 years and bigger payments, which are more taxes. So that's what the government wants to make taxes. So again, the stretch IRA is not what it used to be. But again, there's some other ways out there to help you on taxation. So some life insurance policies sometimes make more sense because you can leave a tax-free death benefit to your next of kin, using your money in your IRA to arbitrage into the life insurance policy to turn it back into tax-free. So there's a lot of creative ways we can put a plan together that makes sense. And that's why we offer a no-cost consultation. By the way, you get the bookmark in the book has a golden ticket.
Yes.
But you can also call anytime you see us on this this video.
Yep.
We've got the CoachPete.com, or you can call the number you see right on the screen to request a consultation with my team to put a total tax and retirement plan together for yourself and your family.
Folks, do it right now. Call that number you see. There is so much power that goes into Coach Pete's total retirement income plan. Start yours today and stay tuned. Chapter 2 is coming right around the corner.
Hey, I'm Coach Pete DeRuda, president of Capital Financial. Folks, the financial world is very, very confusing. That's why we put together a series of educational videos called webinars. You can see them at any time by signing up at CoachPete.com. We'll see you there.
Social Security is one of the backbones of retirement planning and relied upon by millions of Americans every month. So why do we keep hearing that Social Security is in trouble? From its inception, Social Security helped establish the very idea of widespread retirement in the U.S. and allowed Americans to enjoy their golden years without fear of slipping into poverty. What are people saying now about the state of Social Security?
It's funny when we talk about Social Security, depending on who you listen to, it's either going out of business tomorrow or it's going to be here forever. I'm more of an in-between kind of person. Now, some of the numbers say 2034, it's going to go bankrupt or whatever. That's all for worry's sake. Congress is never going to let that go down. I mean, no one will vote for a congressman again if they let Social Security go away. So there's always going to be a stopgap kind of measure. My opinion is to make Social Security more of a means-based system. Now, what does that mean? Well, that's mean to anybody who has money. It says if you already have money, you're not going to get any Social Security or you get a reduced amount. To me, I don't think that's fair. Many of us, or most of us watching this video, have put money into that system 30 or 40 years, and now you're telling me I can't